हाँ।
राधे राधे मन बोले, मन में अमृत रस घोले, तू ही मेरी आराधना, प्रेममयी है तू साधना, तो जो घूंघट पट खोले, मन में अमृत रस घोले। राधे राधे मन बोले, मन में अमृत रस घोले। हे राधे, बंसी का हर राग है तू ही, बंसी का हर राग है तू ही, जीवन का अनुराग है तू ही, तेरे नैनों की मीना का, तेरे नैनों की मीना का, लेकर मेरा मोर मुकुट ये संग पवन के डोले, मन में अमृत रस घोले। राधे राधे मन बोले, मन में अमृत रस घोले, तू ही मेरी आराधना, प्रेममयी है तो साधना, तो जो घूंघट पट खोले, मन में अमृत रस घोले। हे राधे, जीवन में फिर क्या बाधा है, जीवन में फिर क्या बाधा है, संग जो मेरे तू राधा है, जीवन में फिर क्या बाधा है, संग जो मेरे तू राधा है, निर्धन का तो धन है राधा, निर्धन का तो धन है राधा, प्रेम के इस अनमोल रतन को कौन तुलाने तोले, मन में अमृत रस घोले। राधे राधे मन बोले, मन में अमृत रस घोले। हे राधे। हरिओम।
जानकी अम्मा।
Yes, uncle. నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేనయ్యా కైలాసవాస, నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేనయ్యా కైలాసవాస, నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేను, కన్న తండ్రి వగుట చేత నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేను, కన్న తండ్రి వగుట చేత ఎన్నబోకు నైరములను చిన్ని కుమరుడనయ్య శివ, నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేనయ్యా కైలాసవాస, నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేనయ్యా. సర్వమునకు కర్త నీవు, సర్వమునకు భోక్త నీవు, సర్వమునకు అర్థ నీవు, పరమ పురుష భవా శివ, నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేనయ్యా కైలాసవాస, నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేనయ్యా. శివ మహాదేవ శంకర నీవే తోడు నీడ మాకు శివ మహాదేవ శంకర నీవే తోడు నీడ మాకు కావుమయ్య శరణు శరణు దేవ దేవా సాంబ శివ నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేనయ్యా కైలాసవాస నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేనయ్యా నిన్ను విడిసి ఉండలేనయ్యా హరి
Om. Hitesh, one more.
Yes, uncle. हे रे कन्हैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया हे रे कन्हैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया जिसने तुझको जन्म दिया के जिसने तुझको पाला कन्हैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया हे रे कन्हैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया मानी मान्यताएं और देवी देव पूजे पीर सही देव की ने दूध में नहलाने का गोद में खिलाने का सुख पाया जसोदा जी ने एक ने तुझको जीवन दिया रे एक ने जीवन संभाला कन्हैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया हे रे कन्हैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया मरने के डर से भेज दिया घर से देवकी ने रे गोकुल में बिना दिए जन्म जसोदा बनी माता तुझको छुपाया आंचल में एक ने तन को रूप दिया रे एक ने मन को ढाला कन्हैया किसको कहे रे कहेगा तू मैया हे रे कन्हैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया जन्म दिया हो चाहे पाला हो किसी ने भेद ये ममता न जाने कोई भी हो जिसने दिया हो प्यार माँ का मन तो माँ उसी को माने एक ने तुझको दी है रे आंखें एक ने दिया उजाला कन्हैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया हे रे कन्हैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया किसको कहेगा तू मैया हरिओम
Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. Sharadamma, one more small thing.
Sure, uncle. नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथं नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथं नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि घृणामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथं नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथम् आनन्दकन्दं स्वच्छन्दसिन्धं पूर्णारविन्दं सदैव वन्द्यम् आनन्दकन्दं स्वच्छन्दसिन्धं पूर्णारविन्दं सदैव वन्द्यं नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि मुखारविन्दं पदारविन्दं नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथम् अशेषतोषं सुहासवासं मधुप्रकाशं भेषविनाशम् अशेषतोषं सुहासवासं मधुप्रकाशं विषभिनाशं नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि नौमि प्रणोमि नमस्करोमि श्रीशं सुरेशं जगदीशमीशं नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथं नीलाद्रिनाथं नमामि नित्यं नमामि नित्यं नीलाद्रिनाथं हरि ओम्
हरि ओम. ओम. समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. Just before the class, I was talking to somebody. That person was honest and said, when we hear people like you or read books, it seems to be easy. But when we are in day-to-day life, we're not able to put that into practice. Two reasons. One reason is you think you have to do something. That's why you say, I am not able to put that into practice. There's nothing for you to do. There is nothing for you to do. You only have to go on doing every minute what is before you, the work, do it with all love, sincerity to God. It can be profession, anything, cooking, whatever you do, it's all an offering to the Lord. Do it with love. In spite of that, agitations, worries, challenges all come. You don't have to do anything. Just say, right, this is what I have given, blueprint, that is coming. Lord is sending. Let them pass on. I hold on to Him. These will pass on. Indra tried to destroy Vrindavan and Gokul. Beyond 1 week, he had no stock to send rain and hailstorm. Beyond 1 week, he had no stock at all. Similarly, you don't go on adding to the stock, just be a witness, allow to pass on, hold on to Lord, your stock will be exhausted. All your problems, all your challenges will be exhausted. To do this, the mind has to be second step. That person said, we are not able. The mind has to be continuously convincing itself of the necessary for this love for God, recognizing His love, firm conviction that there is nothing in this world which can give you security or peace. It has to be gone through because you have given the blueprint to the Lord. You go through that. But you should be convinced there's nothing in this. I need only the Lord and the Lord only. Strengthen that conviction. Now that conviction is weak. That's why you say when we listen, when we read, it is easy. Because this conviction is not strong enough to shift your mind from the importance that you have given to the worldly matters. To the worldly matters. So the conviction has to be strengthened. How do you do that? Several ways. All your work is a naivedyam to him. All what you receive is his prasad. When you get challenge after challenge, crisis after crisis, you must understand it's his love that is sending to you. He is taking so much of interest in trying to chisel out all the confusions and unwanted portions in you to bring out the Murti in you. So when challenges come, you must see his love. Hold on to him. This is all you have to do. What is difficult in that? We are not saying you calm down your mind. It's not possible. We are not saying quieten your mind. Yes, Gurudev and all also say that, but that is only in the seat of meditation. In the seat of meditation. Quiet down, calm down the mind, quieten the mind for you to contemplate. After that, you just recognize that is the mind. Let it do its job. I have nothing to do with that. Let it do its job. Why should I interfere with that? Right? So, for this, other than your work, since the mind has to be occupied, that is why all religion comes into play. Do something or other connected with God. Your prayers, your pujas, your chantings, your upasanas, all of them are meant for that. When that you are obsessed with God, shifting your attention from your obsession with the world, gradually, Gurudev's sentences, the existing vasanas end, new vasanas are not fed. You don't feed with the new vasanas, existing vasanas will end. So there are two things. There are one, hold on to God, understand He alone is real. Second, let all your work be worship to Him. And when things happen which are not conducive to your peace, must understand they were given to you, supplied to you by the all-loving Lord, all-knowing Lord, all-capable Lord. So you receive them with gratitude. Your work is an naivedya to Him. Your receiving the challenges is His prasada. Is His prasada. So that's how we have to live. How do I make my conviction strong? Start thinking. Why do we do anything? We do for several reasons, intermediary goals. But they are all, when you call it intermediary goals, there is an ultimate goal. What is the ultimate goal? To go beyond death, sorrow, and to be unconditionally, completely happy. This you cannot get from things that are finite. How can finite things give you infinite happiness, immortality? They cannot give. So, you have to inquire, how do I get it? Does something like that exist? Inquire. When you start inquiring, because now that you are ready, God sends you the Guru. You don't have to go in search of a Guru. Because God is everywhere, He is the Guru everywhere. You have to be ready for it. When you are ready, when you start inquiring, He comes in some form or other and tells you, you have nothing to get. All that you have to get is yourself. You have got lot of false knowledge, false hopes, false priorities, and they are covering the infinite, immortal bliss that you are. Just drop them. And somebody, through inquiry, is able to detach from them, drop them, he discovers the self. This is the direct path of knowledge. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Direct path. But everybody cannot do it. Only Uttamadhikaris can do. You can't ignore the Manda Madhyama Adhikaris. Therefore, for them, upasanas. Karma is two types. Laukika, worldly karma, trying to earn money, do this, do that. Worldly karma. That will provide you living. Some people, even for this living, their greed is not enough. So they invoke God for gaining more and more wealth, more and more these things. So they try to invoke for this worldly things itself God. That's called Vaidika karma. Vaidika karma is three types. Shastra, our book says two types. I make a subdivision in that. Vaidika karma, our book says two types, pravritti marga and nivritti marga. Pravritti marga itself can be split. Pravritti marga itself can be split with the knowledge that through my work I purify my mind. I gather some comforts and all that, so that with that comfort I can do more sadhana. Then the pravritti marga itself is to gain lot of things. Then nivritti marga is the main subject matter what we are dealing, trying to get moksha through karma. Moksha through karma is impossibility because karma is born out of desire. Desire is because of the ignorance. You are what you are searching, you are the immortal bliss. Ignorance at the spiritual level becomes desire at the intellectual level and becomes karma at the physical level. So karma is only a modification of ignorance. How can ignorance therefore give you knowledge, which is the ultimate goal? Yet Shastra says there is a way in that. While doing dedicated actions, selfless actions, pujas and puraskara rituals to God, that means you first shift your attention from egocentric actions to God-oriented actions. Do that, plus contemplate. Only you do ritualistic actions, you get Pitruloka. Only if you do upasana, devata upasana, pujas and punaskaras, and for that God, you will get that devaloka, that particular devaloka, maximum swargaloka. When you couple these rituals with contemplation on the self, you will get Brahmaloka. You will get Brahmaloka. There, attending satsangs from Brahmaji, when his period ends, I'm going to give you some very important, this thing you must be attentive after this. When his period ends, you also merge with the Lord. When he merges, you also merge with him. This is called Krama Mukti. Firstly, see whether Krama Mukti is worth it, because Brahmaji's time is our one yuga is several thousand years. 4 yugas together, about 48-50,000 years. Like that, 1,000 years, 1,000 yugas is his one day. At that time, when pralaya happens, that's called Naimittika pralaya. We also have 4 pralayas. Nitya pralaya, daily go to sleep. Our Nitya pralaya is his Naimittika pralaya, or his Nitya pralaya also. Our Naimittika pralaya is our death. Then we have another pralaya called Atyantika pralaya. I will explain. Brahmaji also has Nitya pralaya. After these 1,000 cycles of 4 yugas, he sleeps. At that time, there is a pralaya. And another 1,000 cycles of 4 years sleeping, he gets up. At that time, there is creation. After his 100 years like this, what happens is called Prakritika Pralaya. Everything, all names and forms, merges with the Mula Prakriti, that is total undivided cause of the entire manifestations. Mula Prakriti, the fundamental potential names and forms merges. At that time, you will also merge with Brahmaji. This is one statement. What I am giving you is most important in all spiritual discussions, all Upanishads, but nowhere you will find this elaborate discussion. You will get only hints. Everything is, whatever I am giving is only from there, so nothing original. But you will not get the elaborate description. So you have to be attentive, because once you understand this, you will understand the whole scheme and all the Upanishads. So now, is it worth it? No computer, even in future, can calculate the number of years of Brahmaji's life. Because one day itself is 4 yuga cycles into 1000. Then one night, 1000 years like that. No computer can work. Is it worth struggling, waiting like that? Number one. Yamadharma Raja says in Kathopanishad, when Nachiketas meets him, Yamadharma Raja tempts him with everything in this world. He says, you keep all those things for you. I want only the knowledge. Yamadharma Raja says, how stupid I have been, confessing to the boy, I have chosen this post. Yamadharma Raja is one of the Hiranyagarbhas. Virata Purusha, Hiranyagarbha. Surya Bhagavan also. So, Yamadharma Raja congratulates Nachiketas. You are such a young fellow, you have so clarity. What a stupid I have been, I have selected this post. That is the maximum you can go through karma and upasana. Okay, doesn't matter. Will I get it? To go to IIT, you need to pass. To go to IIT, you need to pass your +2 with distinctions. This is a qualification for IIT. But do all people who pass +2 with good marks can go to IIT? Still is no guarantee. No guarantee. Similarly, you go to Brahmaloka, you can merge with him, qualification, but there is no guarantee. You can return back. You can return back. This is all karma can give maximum. These are called two paths, Dakshinayana and Uttarayana. Dakshinayana path is the path of no return. But the same Shastra says, Dakshinayana, path of no return, is not moksha through gnana. Is not moksha through gnana. Karma plus upasana, that's Dakshinayana, which also is no guarantee. Because same Upanishads, Gita also says, Abrahma bhuvana lokaha punaravrittihi. Up to the Brahma Loka, you will always, and you can always return back. There is no guarantee. That is Uttarayana, higher path. Dakshinayana is only Pitruloka, go and come back. Pitruloka. Ritualistic karmas, Pitruloka. Upasana, Swargaloka. Devatas, Upasana. Karma plus upasana is Hiranyagarbha, Brahmaloka, Krama Mukti. So Dakshinayana is complete return, Pitruloka. Uttarayana is upwards. You can go to Swargaloka and then gradually you can go from Devata to Devata. Go to Brahmaloka and then Mukti possible, probably. Okay. These are the two cups mentioned there, golden cup and the silver cup. Golden cup in the front, silver cup at the back. What is front and what is back? Before the horse, at the end of the horse, what is that? Time. So why before that golden cup, end silver cup? This all time can give you. Anything in time only can give you this. Anything in time only can give you this. And what is Hiranyagarbha? Nothing but time. Hiranyagarbha is nothing but time because that is the horse. That is the horse. And what is time? Death. Please see, because your three only are there and all the three have enough background. And not only that, it is Gurudev that likes to talk like that, right? You are getting so many details, be careful. Time itself is death. Because time is changing. Change is death. When you say I am living, you are really dying. I remember all the statements I made in ICF class 45 years before. Right? When you say I am living, I am dying. Right? And how many of us, when will tomorrow come? Tomorrow come? Always expecting something to happen. You know, when you are wishing tomorrow to come quickly, you are wishing your death to come quickly. Please see and understand your life. So Hiranyagarbha is time is death, and death has to be fed because change needs continuous feeding. Change is death. So death is hunger. And again you see an irony or paradox. You are eating to live, but your very eating consumes you. Doctor, correct. You are eating to live, but the very eating consumes you. Because everybody has a quota. Your system can only take this much food. Everything is quota. Your system can only take this much food. So every time you are taking food, you are reducing the quota. You are reducing the quota. So even when you say I am eating to live, you are eating to die. Understand? Why am I so negative? No, you have to understand the limitations up to Brahmaji, Brahmaloka. Right? But then why these upasanas are given? If this is so negative, why are they given? Because Gurudev's words, till the lower is satisfied, you cannot shift your attention to the higher. Belly hungry. You have not eaten for days. Your mind cannot go even for loving your own near and dear ones, because all the mind is with the belly. Belly satisfied, then mind demands, emotions. With belly satisfied, mind agitated for emotions, intellect cannot clearly think. Belly satisfied, mind quietened, then only intellect can think. Right? So the lower has to be satisfied if you have to go to the higher, higher, and higher. Since everybody cannot directly go to this knowledge, to satisfy the lower ones, you have the Vaidika portion, which will give you with both Abhyudaya and Nisreyasa. The material things, the lokas, material things also Vedas give. Lokas they give. Then Brahma Loka, because everybody is not ready for that. Our Shastras and Gurus are so compassionate, they do not ignore anybody. You are not qualified, they don't. They don't say that. Right? Now, at every stage, Yagnavalkya Maharaj says, this you will get from these. Hiranyagarbha Upasana and all that, if you want to take up. But he wants immediately, this is hard, difficult, finite. Difficult, hard, and finite. Knowledge is easy, simple, independent. This is dependent on several things, rituals. Knowledge is independent, complete. Go for that. So when he is talking to us, Upasana on Ashwa, fire or prana, he is not trying to involve us there. He is trying to make us realize their limitations. Their limitations. Just as all Upanishads talk about creation, not for us to appreciate creation, to get disillusioned with creation, because it is only an illusion. There is no creation. It's only an illusion. So he leads us step by step. First, time Hiranyagarbha, then Devatas, fire. Because fire is used in Hiranyagarbha Yajna also, Yaga. He takes fire as Virat or Hiranyagarbha, fire itself as Virat or Hiranyagarbha. Here again, the horse sacrifice, Ashwamedha, is physically done. Physical doing is only for kings. And again, you have to conquer several people. You can do the same thing mentally. Mentally, when you do, anybody is fit. It doesn't depend on others. Plus, physically you do, you can only go get Kramamukti. Mentally you do, the heart itself turn its attention to its source. Heart merges with the thing. Heart is the mind. Hiranyagarbha is the mind. Mind merges with the consciousness. Therefore, you can get knowledge also, immediate mukti also through that. When you do it through the mind. That is why he mentions of two types of sacrifices. One offering to gods, various things, goats and all that, or food. Daily bali, every temple is given. Offering to gods. Another offering to the self. When you do Hiranyagarbha Upasana, mentally, you offer that horse itself to the self, means you have digested this is me. To meditation, this horse is me. What is me? It is my mind. What is my mind? Consciousness plus object. Now object I detach, my mind merges with the self. My mind merges with the self. Therefore, through this itself you can get jnana. So, horse is time, fire is devata. Next he takes up vayu. Vayu, prana, is the substratum coordinating factor. Horse is time, fire is devata, again objective, but prana, vayu, is within you, the coordinating factor, which is the nearest of your feeling life. That's not life. That's the nearest of your feeling life is this prana. Prana is different from swasa. Swasa is air, air, vayu. Prana is that which does all functions in you through karmendriyas, through jnanendriyas, through mind, intellect, and when you leave the body, it is that takes the subtle body and deposits. Udana. So this prana is the coordinator. So that upasana becomes the main upasana, Udgita upasana. Ud means up. Gita means song. Udgita upasana, prana upasana. Right. Before going to that, text itself, there are certain things. But before the text also, I would like to tell you, last week I said I will tell you, but now I will tell you what is the heart of this text. What is the heart of this text? After pranopasana, he takes Purusha Veda Upasana. That is, Hiranyagarbha, Virat, you invoke in yourself. What is the advantage of Purusha Veda Upasana? You have waking world, dream world, deep sleep world, and the samadhi. Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, Turiya, samadhi. Experiences at the body level is called individually Vishwa, totally Virat. Experiences at the emotional mind level, individually it's called Taijasa, total level it's called Hiranyagarbha. Experiences through the intellect, individual level it's called Prajna, at the total level it's called Ishvara. Ignorance, individual level called Vasanas, total level called Prakriti, Mula Prakriti. Beyond them is this self. Now, when you take Hiranyagarbha, you can only see one aspect, fire one aspect, prana one aspect. But when you see in yourself, you can experience all of them in you. In your waking world, which is called transactional world, Vyavaharika Satya. Satya is three types: Vyavaharika, Paramarthika, Pratibhasika. When you see this in yourself, your waking transactional being is Virata. When you detach and see your mind either while waking or in dream, it's Hiranyagarbha. When you see your thoughts, it's Ishvara or Prajna. When your mind is blank, Vasanas or Mula Prakriti. All these you can experience in your waking state. That is the beauty of waking state. You can experience Virat, you can experience Hiranyagarbha, you can experience Ishvara, you can also experience blank state, and you can experience the self. All possible in waking state. That's the glory of the waking state. So therefore, in Purusha Vida Upasana, you will be able to feel all the dimensions. You will be able to feel all the dimensions compared to Hiranyagarbha Upasana or Agni Upasana or Prana Upasana. And then what? He says, beauty, this Brahman, as the coordinating factor as prana, when it sees through the eye, it becomes the seer. Please listen, beautiful words, beautiful explanations. I'm going to read that portion. The same prana, which is nothing but Brahman, conditioned, seeing through the eye becomes the seer. Hearing through the ear becomes the hearer. Smelling through the nose becomes the one who smells. Through the tongue, taste. Right? Through the skin, touch. Same life, same Virat Purush, same prana. Right? And similarly, through the hands, actions, legs, you can see him, feel him at all levels. But when you do this, he is the seer through the eyes, he is not the hearer, incomplete. You want to get the joy of seeing, you don't get the joy of hearing. All cannot be at one time. All cannot be at one time. You are only enjoying partial. So our Yajnavalkya says, Hare, stupid fellow, if you see Brahman, you will get all these things there. You don't miss. You will simultaneously get all the experiences. You don't miss anything. You see him separately. As a seer, only forms you enjoy. As a hearer, only music you enjoy. But when you see him completely feel, you get all things in you at the same time. Therefore, do not go for these upasanas, go for the knowledge of the self. You should only do Atma Upasana, he says. Don't do the other upasanas, do Atma Upasana, because Atma is all. Knowing Atma, you will get everything. By knowing, merely knowing, you will get everything. This is the heart of the Upanishad. Right? So, that he says, Vishwambharo va Vishwambhara kulaye tamna pashyanti. The Lord who is in and through all forms, we do not see him.
What is the verse, uncle? What verse is this?
47, 147. I will take that also. Now I am giving you the heart of that text. I am going to do that also, right? I am saying why all these upasanas are discussed, right? Only to tell you they are all finite. One four seven, right? So akrusnaha, not complete. Pranan eva prano nama bhavati. Pranan eva, breathing, he becomes prana. While breathing, he becomes prana. Vadan, walk, he becomes speech while talking. Same life, same Brahman, same Atma. Pashyan chakchuhu, seeing, he becomes the eye. Shrunvan srotram, while listening, he becomes the ear. Manvano manaha, when he is thinking, he becomes the mind. Tan yeskai tani karma namani eva. All are his own roles, his own names. And what happens? Saha yo ataha ekaika upasate na veda. You don't completely know him when you invoke him partially in one of these various roles, eyes, ears, and all that. Eka upasate, then you do not know him. Akrishna means incomplete. That experience. And therefore, what should you do? Do not do upasana like that. Atma eva upasita. Do upasana is the Atman alone. Atma eva upasita. Atra hi yete sarve eki bhavanti. When you do him as the Atma, yete, all these, sarve, all, eki bhavanti, they get united, become one. Atmanam eva priyam upasita. Brahma vidyaya sarvam bhavishyati. Through this knowledge of the self, Brahma Vidya, you will get everything, you become everything. You will get everything, you become everything. Aham Brahmasmi. That you understand. That starts like that. When I do the text, I will go sequentially. Now I am only giving you the rough idea. This is the heart of the text to tell you all your upasanas are partial. Everything is partial. Do Atma Upasana. Right? That's called Vidya Sutra, Atma Upasana. And then say Aham Brahmasmi. I am that. Okay. I'll come to that. Now, we left with the Agni Upasana. Now comes the Virata. This Virata Purusha divides himself into three. Sa Tredha Atmanam Vekuruta. He divides into three. Adityam Trutiyam. Third is Aditya. Vayu Trutiyam. Air is Trutiya. Yesha Prana Traida Vihitaha. See, Vayu is third. Sun is third. Who is 1 and 2? You understand, right? He divided into three, right? But he says Vayu is third, Sun is third, therefore fire is also third. Who is 1 and 2? Idea is, with reference to the water, they are 1 and 2. With reference to sun, Air and water are one and two, right? Why does he do like that? He has no value for what he's telling. You understand? He has no value. So why? How do you say that he has no value? You see here, Shankaraji says, see, under 3, uh, page 20, under 1, 2, 3, English, Shankaraji's commentary. The verb made must be supplied. So, why is that important? Nothing, you don't break your head on that. I only want you to know that you can't understand them without supplying some words, some logics. They cannot directly reveal to you. Okay. You need a teacher. Same thing you take 4. It has been stated that death in the order of water and rest manifested himself in the cosmic egg as the Viraj and fire, possessed of a body and organs, and divided himself in 3 ways. Right? That again, the order is not exactly the order. It's again, it's an interpretation. You see, he says that from fire the froth has become the earth, from that Virat has come. He has said that earlier. Now he puts Virat first and fire next. You understand? So all these things need some supplying of words, sentences, and gurus, this thing. You can't understand them word to word meaning. Why is that done like that? 2 things. That is the Upanishadic style. Upanishads are said in inspiration. They are not logical treatments all the time. In inspiration. And they have no value for these things. All these things they are telling only for you to dismiss them. When Upanishad talks about Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, you fight which comes where. They are telling you only to discard them. Only to discard them. So, this Virat, now he describes in various ways, and then this Virat said, I want to have a second this thing because I'm feeling lonely. And the second part is Hiranyagarbha wants a company, so divides, and that Virat Purusha comes, in that comes all the various forms, right? Multiplicity. Don't worry about any of these things. I am only telling you, just for you, when you read, okay, I understand this, right? They are not important. Where important, I will go word by word. Okay, these are not important. So, he says, how did he bring the Virata Purusha and the multiplicity and all that? Through word and speech. Through the union of speech and Vedic and Vedas with the mind. Speech and Vedas with the mind you create. Because Vedas is the theory. You apply your mind and create. This is what Einstein said. All principles are discovered. When you apply them, it becomes invention. All basic principles are discovered. When you apply with your mind, they become inventions. So with the Vedas, apply your mind and creation starts. The varieties. Why create? Because he is hungry. He needs food. Right? So he has to create. And first when he created Virat, hunger, he wanted to eat him. Then he says, if I eat this one man, one meal is over, what will I do next? So multiplicity of creations. You understand? The logic of creation is giving. First God became Hiranyagarbha, then he was hungry and death. He created Virat, he wanted to eat. If he eats him, one meal over, so multiplicity goes. Right? And then next two are not important. He gives the logic why it's called Ashura, why the other thing is called Ashwamedha. Not important, right? Just you can read it, understand whatever you can understand. And I told you first time itself that whatever you don't understand, you don't need, because they are the other schools, right? And the style of the Upanishad is called Purva Pakshi asks questions, doubts. Siddhanti answers. The one who questions is called Purva Pakshi. The other who answers is called Siddhanti. The various schools of creation are Arambhavada, Nyaya Vaiseshikas, Parinamavada, Sankhya's, Kshanika Vijnanavada, Buddhists, and Vedantins, Anirvachaniya. For each of these, according to their perception of the reality, they have a counter, this thing, khyati, the error of cognition, and the means of knowing, pramana, and their goal, prameya. So all these topics what we were discussing are interconnected. Vadas, khyatis, pramanas, right? They are interconnected. This much I tell you is enough, because I told you whatever doubt you have, go to Google Mama, he will tell you. Right? But I have to only connect the thoughts. Now comes the pranopasana. It's very beautiful. You get the definition of Sura and Asura. Sura is Shastra. Who is a Sura? Who is an Asura? Shastra Janita Gnana Karma Bhavita. Jnana and Karma, whose origin is in Shastras, is called a Sura. That is for him Shabda Pramana, simple. Asura is Pratyaksha, Anumana, direct perception and inference. Janita Drushta Prayojana, for him, what immediate benefits, seen benefit, that's all he wants. Drushta Prayojana, Drushta, not Drushta. Karma Gnana. His karma gnana depends on pratyaksha and anumana, immediate results you want. Whereas suras, they have faith, they go by the shastras and they follow ethics and morals. These people know no ethics. That is why Sura and Asura. Are they completely different? No, same father, Kashyapa only. Right? You are the father of both Sura and Asura. They are all in you. Sometimes you become predominantly Sura, sometimes you become predominantly Asura. You yourself. So when are you Sura? When you have faith in scriptures, right? God, depend on that, Sura. When you want to grab things, you believe joy comes of eating, senses, possessions, you are Asura. Right? Suras are always lower in number, Asuras are more. We also saw Kauravas and Pandavas. Same this thing here. Suras depended on prana, whereas Pandavas depended on Krishna, less number. Asuras depend on their own this thing. Kauravas depended on their own various resources. Right? The Suras wanted to secure themselves, so they wanted to invoke the Shastras. We will see next class. I just gave you a brief introduction. Okay. Next class. Okay. Purnamada Purnamadam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru. Any suggestions to make the class more useful and interesting?
No, this is a lot of information coming at a rapid pace. So it takes several days to digest this information.
No, that is the purpose of this class, you know. I am going to start the same class on 8th. They won't have any of these informations. 8th I am starting Essence of Brudarnika, 10 Saturdays, but they won't have any of these things because they will not attend even one class. You understand? But this class was meant for this.
This is very useful because I have never had a chance to learn all these terms and other things. And as you said, to a large extent, I've not been, for example, Panchikarana and all those things. I always felt, well, this is really to be ignored at some point. So why spend so much time to learn these things? Is kind of how I felt.
Right thing. It is said only because some people are always doubting, questioning, intellectual. For their sake, it's given.
Yes, but then when we do a discussion class, I need to know the terms, because if somebody reads something and asks,
And you will find
yeah,
the students sometimes are more informed. Like I had Dr. Venkat Srinivasan in my class, right? You will.
no, no, but it is true, because then at least I need to be able to say something which is authentic, that has
Yeah.
validity. Otherwise, cannot just
Yeah,
should not
even if
say anything.
everything
Yeah.
is in Google, you have to know the context why you need it.
Yes, no, absolutely true. Absolutely true. Yeah.
All right.
So very
Next,
valuable. Yeah,
yeah,
very valuable.
good, Narayan.
Yeah.
Next class is on 11th, is it, Doctor?
Correct. Yes.
11th.
11th.
Hitesh Bhaiya, 11th. Hitesh is
Yes, uncle. Yes, uncle. 11th, I'm noted.
11th.
Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. There
Monday.
may be a little bit of change in
No,
the second
Tuesday.
half of the month. I will reconfirm. I know I sent some dates, but my schedule is being changed as we speak. So once I confirm, I will but 11th is good.
11th is Tuesday, 9 p.m. Same time. Isn't it?
11th is not, Tuesday. No, it should be Monday, right? Can be Tuesday. We usually are doing Monday classes, right?
Yeah, Monday and Thursday is what we have decided fixed up. But you
Yeah.
since you
So
said 11th seems to, I'm
no,
saying
I
it's
may
changed.
have said, I may have given the wrong date then.
Oh,
It should be the Monday. It should be Monday only.
10th then.
Yeah, 10th only.
10th
Uh,
night, uncle.
No, 10th I have a problem.
Ah,
oh, okay. Oh, so 11th. Yeah,
Because,
11th is
because I
good.
saw your date as 11, 10th I
Okay.
have agreed to go somewhere else.
No problem. We'll do 11th.
Huh?
I'm good on I'm good on 11th. Let me confirm 11th, November
11th
11th.
is a Tuesday,
11th, November 11th is off. Correct. 11th,
right?
11th is good.
Be-
Yeah, we
Because
can
you
do that.
gave that date, I
Yeah.
changed myself.
No
oh.
problem. No problem. We can do that.
Hari Om, sir. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari
Yes.
Om,
Thank you.
uncle. Thank you, uncle.
Thank
Hari
you,
Om,
Hari
uncle.
Om,
Thank
Hari Om.
ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे